Welcome to our yearly routine, our scheduled ranking, our mandated management mandated ranking here at TVGP's
No, no,
Game
no.
Club.
Who's management, Boston?
It's me. I love ranking. I'm not
There we go.
afraid to admit how much I love pitting games against each other and making people mad with our rankings. Tell your friends.
Cannot wait for Critical Misses as episode like season 50.
This could be so good. We are here to rank all of the 11 games we've played during 2025 on Game Club. I'm your host, Boston, joined as always by Moonpeer
Hi.
and Musum.
Hello.
As we did in years past, we're going to go through all of these games in chronological order and rank them against each other. We're going to, like I said in pre-show, you're going to hear a lot of me saying, is this game better than that game? We'll get there in a minute. You'll figure it out pretty quickly. All of you listeners are both attractive and very smart, so you'll figure it out. Sign up for our Patreon.
A lot like
patreon.com/E1M1.
when you get sized for contact lenses or glasses if you're arguing with the doctor the whole time.
Exactly.
Is it better or worse?
That's right.
Is it better or worse?
All right, so we're going to start off with our January game, Greece. Congrats, you're number one on the list. You did it.
Congrats, you're going to stay there a while. Maybe.
Yeah, congrats. You might be looking pretty here at number one. Greece was the game we played in January here. This kind of watercolor, painted, voice losing. Talked about it a little bit in last month's episode for Journey. We're talking about how they sort of are cut from a similar cloth, it feels like. I'd say Greece has a little bit more puzzle solving than some of the other stuff, but very much probably likely inspired by Journey, if I was to expect. All right, Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector was our February game here on the list. Is Citizen Sleeper 2 better than Greece?
Yes.
No.
No?
No is interesting.
Nope.
What is... State your case.
If this was Citizen Sleeper 1, it would be yes with a bullet for me, personally.
Oh man, that's another hot take.
But it is not Citizen Sleeper 1.
What?
I think Citizen Sleeper 2 is a fantastic game. I think it's fun. It's bonkers. It's so great. It tells an incredible story. I think 1 did it better.
Wow. Okay.
So I am less likely to play Citizen Sleeper 1 again because I'm so in love with Citizen Sleeper 2.
That's
me
me too.
Maybe your negativity for Citizen Sleeper 2 is because you tried it on that hard mode that one time?
I know, because he did it too, and he's probably going to say yes as well.
I did. I did not like that. That's not for me.
I think my negativity for Citizen Sleeper 2 arises from the fact that I played 1 directly before it. Literally, I completed 1 and played 2. And I'd never played 1 before. So I jumped in and did like Citizen Sleeper 1 and then 2.
Do you think the level of complexity in 2 is driving a lot of your feedback for this one?
I think it makes it... this is going to sound extremely harsh, but it's the nature of this kind of show. I think that... Now I sound like Brad Shoemaker. I think that it is a lesser game than Citizen Sleeper 1 because of the complexity of it. I think it's executed phenomenally. I think the storytelling is incredible. I realize I'm fighting a losing fight here, and I'm fine with that.
No, but it's been 10 months since we last talked about Citizen Sleeper 2, so you might have a different opinion about this game through repeated playthroughs, or a lot of times I find myself, as we're going into not only this episode but our kind of end of the year game of the year episodes for TVGP, which, reminder for everyone, is like a 2-part affair now. I find myself recontextualizing games when they're reflected against other games that came out this year. In a vacuum, Citizen Sleeper 2 is really great, but do I have a different opinion about it? Do I have different feelings about it when I'm playing other games this year that are kind of recontextualizing it? And I do think one of the things that Citizen Sleeper 2 does lose out on versus the first one is a sense of isolation. Citizen Sleeper 1 has
Yes.
a really great sense of just you trying to scrabble up a life. Moon is holding up the
Tell me I don't love that game.
the plushie from the cat in Citizen Sleeper 2. But it's like you trying to eke out a living in the eye in the first one, by yourself, sometimes with people who are probably going to leave at the end for one reason or another. And Citizen Sleeper 2 is really you and your crew in your spaceship, planet and station hopping, doing all of this stuff.
Yeah. So as we've discussed on, I think it was just Pup last episode where I said it, like, you give me a spaceship and a crew, like I'm in.
Yeah.
So like the first game
yeah.
for Citizen Sleeper, I'd played it before, and I played it a second time before we played Citizen Sleeper 2. I think I played it the same month. I think I was halfway through it and didn't quite make it because I knew it was coming, and then I played through it, and I just don't like Citizen Sleeper 1. Like I don't. Okay, that's a harsh statement. Citizen Sleeper 1 is like kind of Assassin's Creed 1, where it's good. Okay, I don't actually think Assassin's Creed 1 is good, but this is the metaphor I'm going with.
No, it is.
It's good. They're establishing the mechanics.
How about you do AC2 to Brotherhood? There you go. That's the jump you're looking for.
There you go. Yeah.
2 is good. Brotherhood is incredible.
It's a pretty extreme jump to me, though. Like, Citizen Sleeper 1 feels much emptier, right? And Citizen Sleeper 2, everything gels together like way more. Like between your crew and the storylines, you aren't just on pause. I really enjoyed not constantly trying to scrounge up money to get whatever that formula or whatever it was that you needed in Citizen Sleeper 1. Like that was a
that's why you grow
thing.
mushrooms, bro.
That's right.
It takes a long time to get to the mushrooms. You gotta get like
it does.
You gotta get to that one abandoned part of the ship and pay that one person to take you over. So like, Citizen Sleeper 2 aside, like, there's another perspective that I think is going to be different for you, Moon, in that I'd played Journey before. Like, I'd played like a ton of like Journey-inspired games. So like, Grease to me was a fantastic game. When we did it for Game Club, it was the second time I'd played it.
We literally talked about this last episode and probably in the Grease episode too.
Yeah, and Grease is a wonderful game, but it did not have the same emotional impact for me the second time through.
Sure.
And anytime someone mentions Citizen Sleeper 2, I kind of want to go back and start it over and play it again and choose kind of a different loadout.
Before I make my closing statements on this, Boston, are you a yes or a no?
I'm a yes.
Okay, so that's fine. I have no problem with it being above the list.
Yeah.
Above Grease. I really don't.
Yeah.
But part of the thing like I said, I literally did back to back. I think I did Citizen Sleeper 1 week, and then literally the next week I started playing 2.
Right.
I think that's literally how close it was. But I think of Citizen Sleeper 2, and I think, okay, what story beats are in my head? Okay, so you got the one-armed robot guy who I can't remember the name. What are they? Sleepers. It's literally in the title, you idiot. You got the one-armed sleeper from like the rebellious faction who lives in the asteroid field. That's a pretty good story. You've got the cat, which is a pretty solid story too. But I think of Citizen Sleeper 1, and I think the ending where you leave on the ship with the guy and his daughter. Yeah. And it tells you that story of the long journey and how you don't have power anymore, and every now and again you get switched on, and it's like, oh, Mina's letting you know she's a grown-up now, and Lem has died, or the vice versa of that, where you stay on the station and you watch them grow old and die as you continue your life on the station. Like, I think of Legion. I think it was the AI that was like literally broken, trying to like, get rid of get rid of the AIs on the station. Like that's what I think of, and like that stuff still makes me want to cry. Whereas I
Right.
can't think. I think at the time, Citizen Sleeper 2 definitely brought out a lot of emotions for me. I just don't think it hit as hard as 1. I
Sure.
think 1 is a better storytelling machine,
More
and 2 is
memorable.
probably a better gameplay machine.
Right,
Like,
and that's the big rough part is, 1 is easily broken from a gameplay perspective and is sort of simplistic compared to the second one. So you're kind of like balancing those two. So we are putting Citizen Sleeper 2 above Grease here. We do have a big question here, though, moving into our March game. We played Lost Records Bloom and Rage Tape 1 in March, and then in May, because it was delayed, we were going to do it back-to-back, but it was delayed, so we played Tape 2 in May. Do we want to rank both of these separately, or do we want to just smush them into Lost Records Bloom and Rage, which would be sort of my orientation of
I
just
think it should
the
be
whole
1.
package?
Yeah, I think it should be 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same about both.
Okay. Let's delete that somehow. I'll do that oh, here we go. Archive. There we go. All right, so is Lost Records Bloom and Rage better than Grease?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no too.
I,
Lost Records Bloom and Rage, for maybe anybody that didn't listen to that episode, is
Episodes.
episodes. Really felt like it. I'm gonna put it kind of mean. Really, a lot of wasted potential for a premise that in the first half felt so promising and so refreshing, especially from a team whose games we're just going to continue to play every time on this show. For it to just kind of come out and be fine for a lot of it and messy in a lot of the back half. It's not a bad game. It's just so much of it felt lost.
It's hilarious because like I'm thinking back on it now, and I feel like Bloom and Rage ran into the exact same problem that the latest Life is Strange did, Double Exposure, where it's got real solid potential, real cool, interesting ideas.
Yep.
And then the final third is just a wet fart of a game, and it's just like
It's a balloon making that noise, like what? And also,
100%.
if we were rating best characters of the year, Cat from Lost Records would probably be number one with a bullet.
Yeah,
Cat is incredible. Like big shout outs to our angry queen here in Lost Records. But yeah, I poor Lost Records. It needed a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think
it just didn't come together. They needed to. They probably just didn't have the money to spend another half year on it, but that's probably what they needed to do.
But if they come out with another one, check out this show when it comes out. We're probably going to be playing it. So, all right. Next game here, our April game was Stanley Parable, the meta game about choice and games and the lack of choice and humor.
I mean, are we just doing the Stanley Parable, or are we counting the Ultra Deluxe version, which is the one we played?
We did play Ultra Deluxe, so I feel like if that changes how you feel about it, sure.
I mean, change the title, man. It's not Stanley Parable. It's Stanley Parable.
I don't have unlimited space here, man. Ultra Deluxe. Okay.
I don't know. He gets Lost Records Bloom and Rage Tape 1 in it, but he can't write Ultra Deluxe after Stanley Parable.
I don't make the rules on Trello here, man. Is Stanley Parable better than Lost Records? Everybody say it. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Is it better than Grease?
I don't think I'm doing that fight.
My knee jerk is no.
Yeah. Stanley Parable is gosh, I love that thing. I love that the demo is a different game.
Yes.
I love the original iteration. I love how they baked in the Ultra Deluxe thing and Stanley Parable 2 into it and just all that commentary. And it's hilarious, but Grease has a heart and soul that just the comedy of Stanley Parable can't match.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling, Moon?
It's a no. It's a universal no across the board.
It's a great game. Like
Yes,
it's one of the funniest games I've played of all time, and one of the most interesting choice / lack of choice games I will probably ever play. It's also like one of the most annoying with Stanley Parable 2 and the extreme lengths the game goes to annoy you about how bad Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, to the point where I'm like, yeah, man, I get it. Oh, there's still more. Okay, cool. But like appreciating still that that's the joke.
the Steam review section is just golden.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's the whole thing is really good. But I agree. I think it stays at number 3 here. Next one, we're skipping over May because that was Lost Records Bloom Rage Tape 2. We're moving to June's game, Despelote, the autobiographical football document first-person game. Well, it doesn't take place in the U.S., so we're calling it football. We'll call it the real name. The beautiful game. I think people will probably remember it the most, especially visually, having this very, very distinct visual style. We played that for June. Is Despelote better than Lost Records Bloom and Rage? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it better than Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe?
No.
No.
My like indie heart of hearts wants to say like get it to the top,
but your emotions say no.
But my emotions say it's an incredible autobiographical.
3-man team, was it at the 3-person team? I think it was, or something like that. It was
3 people. Yeah,
whole team.
And we don't get a lot of autobiographical games. We don't get a lot of games about the culture around football for especially for cultures that really, really value it, and especially about the topic of this game, which is like the first real World Cup shot that that they were in Ecuador was going for. It's just when you get down to it, as an autobiographical thing, I think it's incredible. But as a game,
it's tough. That's where it falls flat for me, because like, playing it is extremely difficult sometimes.
And I think a lot of it, I don't mind the stuff where you're a kid. I kind of don't mind the beginning and the end. There's just a longer stretch in the middle where you're like at this party and things are a little bit too confusing, and you're like, it's a little bit too hard to move the story forward sometimes, where it's sort of like, okay, like I get what we're doing here, but I kind of want to just get to the next story part because I'm invested in what's happening in the real world story in this game, but I don't know how to do that. Like, give me some guide rails to keep moving this thing forward. And that frustrated me a lot playing it. And unfortunately, I think that's one of the big things that sticks in my mind here many months later, is sort of like, it's really good and it's really novel, but the playing of it felt like it had too much friction, or more friction than I think I wanted it to.
Which is, I mean, it really was obviously, I mean, I'm sure a lot of these games are labors of love, but how many of them has one of the head designers start talking to you at the end about the differences between the story and his life? And you know, we just downloaded Google Maps and are having you wander around it for a minute.
Like it's so cool.
Yeah, like I really liked I say slice of life, and I may be using that term slightly wrong, but it really is like a exposure to a culture, and just hearing the different conversations you hear around the town as the kid is just really neat. I just, you know, like you, Boston,
the guy who's always trying to sell stuff and never can seem to sell anything.
Yep.
I kind of wish it was just a movie.
Or like, or even like just a little bit smoother of an experience, because like one of the things that I feel like this game doesn't get enough credit for, because it's been an indie darling over this year, it did come out this year, is the squiffy nature of time to a kid of like, yeah, I've just been playing for 2 minutes. It's been an hour. Oh my God, I'm so late. My mom's going to come find me. Like there's so much cool stuff that they're playing with some stuff like that. But it's kind of there's a lot of rough edges on it, which can be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah.
All right. Our July game here is To a T. This is Keita Takahashi's Uvula Games brand new game with you, teen, who's stuck in T-pose, and your dog, don't change the dog's name, and you're living your life. Everything's totally normal except for you being in the shape of a T, and you have a big giraffe friend who keeps singing very cool songs, and then turns out things get really weird in the last couple of episodes of that game. Is To a T better than Lost Records, Bloom, and Rage?
I'd say no.
Yep, I agree. It's a no.
Yeah.
To a T is. The funny thing is, it seems like with Game Club, every ranking that I can seem to remember or vibe check in my head, it's like game of the year for probably any year it comes out seems to sit at like the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom 3 to 5 is always so much potential. My lord, what a waste. And this feels like an attempt to revive the Katamari feel without understanding the heart and nature behind it.
Well, and it's funny because this game, almost at the exact halfway point, falls apart completely. Like the first 2.5 episodes.
Like Lost Records.
Exactly. We were just talking about slice of life stuff with Despelote. This is such a perfect slice of life game of like you're waking up as teen and you're cleaning the eye boogers out of your eye and you're brushing your teeth and you're having cereal and like you're going to school and people are bullying you, but maybe they're not actually that mean, and every once in a while you sort of spin around too fast and fly off and save someone. And like that stuff is really charming, especially with the episodic nature of it, where it starts with a opening credits theme and it ends with a closing credits theme. Both of those songs are bangers. They're incredible.
And they change too, depending on the episodes.
And they do change. They especially change at the last episode too. But like as soon at the halfway point of this game where you take control of Dog, at that point the whole game just starts tripping over itself for the entire rest of the, and it almost in like the back half of the game, once you're done with a lot of this stuff, a lot of the rest of the game is kind of a lot of the characters just talking to each other for an extended period of time, and then you as a shape in some sort of shape planet is wandering around this giant coliseum with really no goal or seeming aim. Like it just it's such a cool game that I feel like not even Lost Records had this much whiplash for me of like I'm really enjoying this kind of like Saturday morning anime cartoon sort of vibe to this, and it just
why would you say that? Because now I want to play the Shonen Jump game for the DS where it's like the arena fight.
Shonen Jump Stars or whatever.
Yeah, man,
that's the good one. Play that for Game Club. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Again, I hate to say it, a lot of Keita Takahashi's stuff is either slight enough that you kind of get it and enjoy it, like the first 2 Katamari games, or it's just a little too weird to click with most people, like Nobi Nobi Boy or To a T. Like it's just one of those things where it's like, I get it, but like maybe I don't get it, or maybe I'm not like in on the joke, I guess. I'm not sure, but definitely one of the rougher titles we played here this year. Let's move on to August's game, Tactical Breach Wizards, which for once is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a turn-based strategy game where you're a tier 1 operator, except you're a wizard in modern times. Is Tactical Breach Wizards better than To a T? Yes.
Yes.
Is Tactical Breach Wizards better than Lost Records Bloom and Rage? Yes.
Yes.
Is Tactical Breach Wizards better than Despelote?
Yes.
That was a softer yes.
For me, it is, but I know I'm about to start an uphill battle, and it's also a game that like I played. I didn't finish it for the podcast. I played a bit more, and I'm still enjoying it, but it's just a game I have a hard time mentally convincing myself to play, and I'm still afraid that they're gonna continually introduce new mechanics every 4 levels, and I think it's going to become too much by the end.
Right.
Which I may be wrong. Moon, did you ever beat that one? I forget.
He's the only one of us that did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they overdo the mechanics by the end?
They keep introducing some, but by the end, like by the time you start to feel overwhelmed, it's literally the last mission, and the mechanics that they introduce in the last mission is every phase of it, different characters have a superpower. So like, the main guy who does like the shot, like when he does the shot, if he kills somebody, he gets another shot again.
Oh jeez.
So you can like, and it's because it's triggered by like a dream sequence thing that like supercharges them for like the final mission essentially. So then it becomes use this power of this character over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Sounds like it's better than Despelote then. So is Tactical Breach Wizards better than Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe?
No.
How do you feel, Mason?
It's a hard game to argue for because its writing is so good and its gameplay is so good, but we are looking at games that define and defy genre past this.
Right.
Games that have been like, Stanley Parable's been around a long time. Greece does something, that only a handful of games attempt anything like and succeeds in it. Right. And Citizen Sleeper 2 is just one of the most
same. Like it's so unique. Like there is nothing like Citizen Sleeper 1 or 2 out there except for the one before and the one after.
Or like a tabletop RPG you guys are playing physically with each other.
Yeah. And arguably, like, Tactical Breach Wizards does a lot of things with inventive things with the tactics genre that haven't been done. A lot of it is set dressing.
Right.
So, like, I don't even know how to quantify this, really. Like, because on the one hand, I really have loved Stanley Parable since the day it came out. And it was one of those games that came out, and I immediately, I was married at the time, and I immediately got my wife. I'm like, look, just sit here and play this for an hour.
Right.
And I'm going to watch you. And then we continued that with all our friends. Just don't know anything about this. Just try to play it. Don't worry about this. There's no buttons. And that was my life for several weeks with just various friends. And the fact that they still made, granted, the Ultra Deluxe portion, I think, does have some issues in that the area is a little large and you're not always finding what you need to find out there.
I'll make
that
it a
one wizard stays at his mom's and you're planning with his mom.
I'll make it a little bit easier for you. I'm going to say no. I'll be the tiebreaker here. I still don't like Tactical Breach Wizards a lot, which is still shocking because this is a game that's made for me. It's like a ludicrous idea that is one of those things of like, why hasn't anyone made anything like this before? This is bananas. I love it. And I love the tactics and sort of SRPG genres, but there's just something about this game that never really clicked with me completely, and I still really don't know what it is, but I think it's cool. I think it does a lot to streamline a genre that is like, how many times have we played tactics games, you know, especially like XCOM, where it's like, okay, cool, I just finished one mission that was 3 hours. You know, like, it just, and one of these missions
Yeah.
is maybe 30 minutes. Like, it does so much good work to make this stuff snappy and make the map readable, and the
And it
undoing
even
your
gives you like the
moves.
sub goals for the cosmetics just to try and get you pushed a little bit faster.
Yeah. Like, all of that stuff is really cool. It just really didn't click with me. And I think I really like what Stanley Parable did overall, not only just from a gameplay perspective, but from like a meta commentary perspective. So that's my vote. Oh boy. September.
Yeah. Get ready to start fighting, everybody, because these three are going to be tough.
That's right. September was And Roger, 2025's And Roger, a game. If you have not played it, number one, stop and go play it. It's like, I don't, 30 minutes, 45 minutes at the most. It's a couple of bucks. We're probably going to spoil stuff in here, either on purpose or by accident. So, you know, take a break and go play it and then come back.
Did we do a spoiler warning at the front of the episode?
No, but I was thinking about recording one afterwards.
Yeah,
just because I think I forgot that we are going to talk about 11 games here, 10 games. So I like don't really want to talk about it's like an experimental narrative game here that is just rough overall.
Yep.
Not from like a gameplay perspective, but from a
It hits hard on the emotions, and
Yeah.
I think that is an incredible thing that this game does.
yeah. So is And Roger better than To a T? Yes.
Yes.
Is it better than Lost Records Bloom and Rage? Yes.
Yes.
Is it better than Despelote? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it better than Tactical Breach Wizards?
Yep.
Aye.
This is. You
Go ahead.
guys can go for it, but this is where you're going to start to lose me with it. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Okay.
So is And Roger better than Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Two very
Now the
similar
fight
games.
now the fight begins.
So they're both hilarious.
You know, you just I played And Roger and immediately sat all my friends down. You have to play this.
That's right.
Just
That's
wanna
right.
watch
It's the
you.
funniest thing you've ever
Yeah.
played. Turns into a pickle.
For weeks.
Gosh,
Yeah. We
did
it's
this.
gosh, I have a hard time with And Roger because I didn't necessarily like. It's not a game you enjoy playing, right? Because you're
Right.
you're having a horrible life
mechanically-
experience through the game.
Yeah, mechanically, I really loved it. I think it did really inventive things with the
Yeah.
buttons and the different interfaces. I think
Oh.
mechanically, it's an incredible game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think story-wise, in the year of our Baby Yoda 2025, where things are already a kick in the teeth every time you open any version of any app on your
Yep.
any device, it's even more of a kick in the teeth.
It kicks you in the teeth and the giblets and says, "You're welcome."
And then stabs you in the heart just for good measure.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I'm remembering actually what the negative part of my experience with this was, is the Steam Deck controls were miserable to play this on.
Oh,
Um,
right. I forgot about that.
I don't know if you guys used a controller.
I
It's
used
probably
a mouse.
similar on a controller, but yeah, the mouse is the way to go. The controller was just, I remember there being several very frustrating moments where I'm like, I get you're trying to tell me, like, this is what Dementia's like game, but, like, you need to let me move the thing
Right. You need to
forward,
let me
please.
control the game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, gosh, it's so heartbreaking, and it's not a game I'm probably ever going to play again.
No. Gosh, no.
Yeah, but it is absolutely one of the kind.
And it sticks with you.
I don't know how to rank it. I'll be honest. With
Yeah,
you. I have
I-
no idea how to rank
I don't
this
either.
game.
So I'll be honest. For me, it goes above Stanley Parable. Boston, above or below Stanley Parable for you?
I think it goes above Stanley Parable for me, even though I think I made a joke that they are sort of birds of a feather earlier, but they really are, because they are really playing with the nature of what a video game needs to be or should be. Like, And Roger is moving its UI around to trick you. It's like it's giving you false buttons. It's giving you incorrect information, which is like that's rule number one for games of like, if I click a new game button, it should just start a new game. And this game is just like, nope, I'm going to give you 16 buttons and maybe one of them is right, but maybe not. Like, I think that playing around with an interface of the game, even if it wasn't doing the stuff where it's shuffling it around and changing it and making you kind of doubt yourself, I think that would be really interesting, but it coupled with the storyline, I think helps a whole lot. So I think for me, it goes above.
Musum, are you okay if we stick it above Stanley?
I will be okay. It's really a hard, as I said, it's a hard game
really
for me to conceive on this list.
And you had
it's a game everyone should.
Yeah,
Every adult should play this because there's an okay chance that you're going to have someone with dementia in your life, and I think this would aid you. In at least having empathy for that person. But it's also a game I never, ever want to play again. It is so heart-wrenching. And I think well, anyway, I guess I won't say that. I was about to say, I think the husband does better with it than most people would, but the plot points come back to me, and it's like, well, you forgive the husband because he's living with it
and he's also only human. I think it's a fantastic example of that thing where it's like, yes, people are flawed people because they make mistakes, and that's absolutely fine to make mistakes. That's
maybe my emotional part of this is I don't want to like the game because it's so emotionally difficult to play. And that really speaks to how well it did.
Well, like Boston made the joke earlier about the best new character of the year. My memory is shot because I'm running on zero sleep. I would argue the worst character of the year is from the same game, and it's not Isabel. Is it
Sophie?
No. Of the four girls, it's the alt.
The wannabe
you
goth
know who
chick.
I'm talking about now. Yes, the wannabe goth. Like,
I don't remember her name.
Arguably one of the worst characters in video games. But is she the worst because she's a bad character, or is she the worst because I honestly despise that character?
Because she's a selfish poser.
Yes.
Right.
Like, it's that exact thing.
They come across as real people we've met. We've known these archetypes in life, you know.
Her name is Nora. Autumn, Nora, Cat, and Swan.
Romancing Nora was the worst decision I made in that game.
Yeah.
I constantly think, like, I need to go back and romance
and
Cat.
Failing to romance Cat was the worst decision I ever made.
Oh, man. All right, so it sounds like And Rogers stops here. It's not better than Grease?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it stops here. No, yes, it goes above it.
That's right. Yes, it stops here. No, it's not better than Grease.
Yes.
All right, October's game here. Let's scroll through this list. The Exit 8 came out in 2023. You're trapped in an endless underground passageway. Take a good look around and find a way to escape. That's the game. It's an anomaly citing quick bite of a video game here for October, our spooky game of the year. Start at the bottom. Like we always do. We got to do this 2 more times. Is the Exit 8 better than 2 at T? Yes.
Yes.
Is it better than Lost Records Bloom and Rage? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it better than Despelote?
Yes.
Oh, yes?
Oh, yes.
I just think Exit 8 was kind of it was a somewhat shallow experience that I learned to love more by talking to you guys about it.
I will not argue with you there. It is definitely it was definitely shallower than most of the things we play for this show, but also arguably it created a genre.
Sure.
Well,
like,
yeah, I guess it's not exactly PT. Like PT, you're not observing, but
true.
Like, I want to play so many of these anomaly spotting games now. Like there's a streamer I watch. There's literally one. I only watch one streamer, and they played the spooky cabin game where they make cabins for like movie theaters and like theme parks. It's like, well, if the cabin's haunted, you send it back. If it's not, you send it on its way. And it's like, bro, that is a great concept.
That was pretty good. I'm there with you. I think it's better than Despelote. I think that's kind of a smoother experience. Is Exit 8 better than Tactical Breach Wizards?
No.
Yes.
Man.
I gotta be the tiebreaker here. All right, let's talk it out. Let me talk it out here.
Okay, let me, gentlemen. I will take the podium for a second here.
Yes, I've turned it over to the representative from New York.
Exit 8 is a short game. Yes. It's a shallow game. Yes. I think it is.
My naysayers might say the Exit 8 is a short game, and I say yes.
Exactly. I agree with the naysayers on that particular aspect of this, but I reiterate again to the people of the audience that the Exit 8 arguably invented a genre.
Sure.
The Exit 8 is incredible for catching you out on the little things. You are so sure that everything is correct, and you make one silly mistake, and it's an obvious one. You just didn't see it. And it's like, the door handle is in the middle of the door. Who places a door handle there? But because you're just not paying attention like you're supposed to be, you miss the door handle in the middle of the door. And not to mention, it is not only did it define a genre and arguably create one or popularize one if it wasn't the first, but also it took quality of life into account, where once you saw an anomaly, it didn't show you it again until you cycled through every anomaly.
True.
So you didn't see the same thing twice, which is also positive gameplay representation, because then you spot the door handle in the middle of the door, and then every time you go down the corridor, you're looking for the door handle in the middle of the door, not realizing it's never going to be there again. What you're missing is the upside down sign directly above your head.
True.
Your Honor, I object. There is no evidence. There's no evidence this created a genre or started a genre.
So,
and it's okay. I'll stop the bit.
Keep it up. Bring me your arguments. This is what I'm here for.
Does Exit 8 have a wizard living with his mom?
That is one thing it is missing. That is fair.
Does Exit 8 have a doctor who says, I'm just going to murder you and bring you back? That's way easier.
Right.
It's a very limited game and experience, Exit 8 is. And I want it to be scary. And I don't know if it's my fault for expecting it to be scary. And it does have a couple scary moments with the blood hallway.
Sure.
And particularly the twins, if you walk past the twins. Or and really the guy moving the first time was also like a little, but it was I don't know, man. I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder against this game.
That's fine.
It's hard for me to argue for Tactical Breach against someone who doesn't. Who doesn't like it.
I can argue for Tactical Breach too. It's got incredible writing. It's got way too much content, one might argue. Like, I never even did all of the training and dream sequences to get the extra stuff. I never did any of those. It's got a really solid story. It plays well. It's very clear about everything that's going to happen. Like Boston said, it's got the FTL rewind thing at the start. Like, it is not only an incredible tactical game in that way, it is also arguably it's a great entry point into that genre, because it gives you the backouts you need, just like Robots Landing, Breach, Open.
Oh my god, Into
the Breach.
Yeah, we just talked about this on Pup, and I had to look it up the other day. I was like, what's the time traveling robot squad? Oh my god.
It does have a traffic cop that summons ghost cars.
Yes,
it's true.
It does, and like the pyromancer, who's a non-lethal pyromancer, or less than lethal pyromancer. It's just it has such good twists on that thing, I think I just broke Boston.
I'm banging the gavel. Bang, bang. All right, I've heard your arguments.
His decision has been made with
I've
less
heard your
lethal
arguments.
pyromancer.
This one is really tough for me because I did like Exit 8 a bit. And when we came on the show and talked about it, I came out of that episode liking it quite a bit more. And I think that's one of the things that is so great about Exit 8. I didn't mean that to rhyme. Is like it's the perfect streamer game of you and your audience screaming at you. No, you missed the sign. Oh my god, the pictures are moving. Or it's the best one where you talk to your friends and you're like, oh my god, did you see the Bloodwater thing? And you're like, what are you talking about? Did you see the creepy twins? I was like, no, wait, what are you talking? Like that sort of communal thing I think helps Exit 8 out a lot. But I think by itself, on its own merits, on its own nature, I think it's a little bit... I think it goes under Tactical Breach Wizards, just because I think Tactical Breach Wizards is a more fleshed out experience. And like you're talking about, I keep forgetting how strong the writing in all of these Bithell games are. And I feel like Tactical Breach Wizards is kind of the logical next step of that kind of great writing from that studio. And it's like a lot of that game is buffeted by the dialogue choices you're making, the writing. There's no voice acting whatsoever. There's very little music. But all of the writing is incredibly strong. And I think that helps lift that game quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll leave it there. All right, our final game number 10 of 11, see the earlier part of this episode, is Journey from 2012. We just talked about that last month. Are you gonna put your stake in the ground of where you're gonna put it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pick a number. Everyone picks a number right now. Say your number.
I'm still thinking about it.
I can go first. If you want me to go first, I will go first.
I feel like you're going to say number 1.
No.
Wow. Okay. What's your number then?
It's number 3.
So under Citizens. So for anyone that isn't watching the video version, our top 3 games right now, from 1 to 3: Citizen Sleeper 2, Grease, and Roger.
Mm-hmm. So this goes either above or below Grease. I could be talked into above Grease because I arguably had the optimal Journey experience. Go listen to the last one.
Yeah, the optimal Journey.
Yes.
So where I'm at on Journey is probably number 2. I could be talked into 3 or 4 though. So with Journey, it has received so many accolades.
Oh, it doesn't need
critical reception, and it's an amazing game. Like arguably, like we could argue for number 1, but
yes,
my biased heart is for Citizen Sleeper 2 to stay up there. Right. And Grease is a different enough experience. Like on the one hand, I mean, it's do you choose the game that inspired it, or do you choose this game that took elements from Journey and kind of did its own thing with a really creative voice and other visual dynamic on it?
Yeah,
and I know Grease was critically received as well, but it didn't seem like it had as big of
it did not hit like Journey hit.
Right.
Yeah.
I think at the time it came out, we'd seen games like Grease before. It just happens to be an incredible version of it. So the reason I said between 2 and 3 is because I think as a single player game, I think Grease is a better game. I just do. I think the visual layout, the way the colors come in and leave, the storytelling with the heartbreaking things that are happening during that game as well. Speaking of downer years, this is just all of our games are downer games. I think it tells that story so incredibly well, and the music ties in so well too. I think the thing that puts Journey ahead of it is the multiplayer. It's that seamless integration of here is someone else doing it at the same time you're doing it, helping you out or hindering you, or like Boston, you talked about the time you played it originally and like you got all the way to the end and then they fell.
And my little
Like,
buddy passed.
yeah, exactly. Like that is what I think as a single player game, Journey is incredible. I think Grease is better. 12 years difference between them. Keep that in mind, folks. I think the fact that Journey did it first and it did it with that seamless drop in, drop out multiplayer with complete strangers. Like the amount of times I've heard people talk about this game and they were playing, they finished the game like I had such a good time with slow word, 42069.
Right.
Like that's the game changer for me personally.
Yeah.
So I think the thing that pleasantly surprised me the most about Journey, I was really worried about coming back to Journey, and I was really worried, and we touched on this in the previous episode, about playing it and thinking, it's going to be a flash in the pan. It was going to be the most 2012 game. It was going to look terrible and muddy. It wasn't going to play super well. You know, it was going to be stiff, or it was going to be janky, and the soundtrack was not as good as I thought, and the multiplayer was, you know, non-existent. But going back to it and playing it, it's just like, yeah, no, it's still great, and it still feels, in 2025, it still feels inventive. It still feels like a singular game, even though I earlier this year played Sword of the Sea, which is a very similar game to Journey, and evokes a lot of the same stuff, even though in maybe a other side of the coin sort of thing. But there's just really nothing like Journey, even though, like we talked about in the last episode, there have been dozens and dozens of games that have been inspired either by how Journey plays or by the success of Journey's release. And I think for me, it's still being that good 13 years later means that it's the number 2 game for me. And if we had come in here and said, like, boy, we played Journey, and that's a really 2012 game, man. Like, it was of an era, and it just doesn't hold up, but it still feels new. Like, you could see a world where Journey could come out today, and you'd be like, this is the hottest game. It's the coolest indie game of 2025. And I think
there
that's
are very
the thing that's
few
most
timeless games,
right?
And I do think Journey is a timeless game.
Yeah,
I would also put Geometry Wars and Geometry Wars Retro Evolved and Pac-Man CEDX on that list too.
Yeah,
and Chrono Trigger.
And Chrono Trigger, yes.
Which
but
is
like
literally timeless.
Chrono Trigger is not a timeless game because I put like 5 hours into that, forgot to save, and then my DS died. So get out of here.
Well, that's a bad.
So what I just heard is we're gonna have a sleeper number 1 next year when we all play Chrono Trigger
that's right.
on something.
Oh man, if only.
Are we gonna start playing it in January and then have it as like our December game?
It's our November
We have
game.
We can do it in 40-ish hours. Although if you want all the endings, you'll be in it quite a bit longer.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So yes,
I think to me, it's easily our number 2 game here. I don't necessarily think that I would make a case for it to be number 1. I think it is a game of all time game, but I think personally for me, so is Citizen Sleeper 2.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So
in my opinion, like one better than one. If you're only going to play one, in my opinion, play one. That if you're only going to play a singular of the Citizen Sleeper games, play the first one.
Sure.
Would be my argument, but I can also understand where you guys are coming from with 2 being preferential.
Right.
I'm good with Journey being at number 2. Like I said earlier, like it's a great game. We could make the argument for it being 1, but I really want Citizen Sleeper 2 to win.
Yeah, I don't think our hearts are in it for any of us.
No.
It's not the hill we're going to die on. All right, which means that's our list for this year. Let's go from the bottom to the top. Our 10 games this year, starting at number 10, To a T, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Despelote, The Exit 8, Tactical Breach Wizards, Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe, And Roger, Grease, Journey, and Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector. I gotta say, that's a list of a lot of really great games this year. So we've
just for nostalgia's sake, Boston, give me 2024's.
Game
top
Club of
10.
the Year, moving from 11 to 1, Magical Delicacy, SeaWorld Build, Botany Manor, Clickolding, Superliminal, Thirsty Suitors, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Paranormasight, The Seven Mysteries of Hanjo, A Short Hike, Pacific Drive, and Mini Shoot Adventures. Man, Mini Shoot Adventures.
Mini Shoot, holy crap.
That's a great
That
game.
list has been here this whole time. I didn't read that top one. That was a great game.
Pacific Drive, bro.
Drive.
Just came out on the Xbox.
It just got an expansion, too. Like a 20-hour expansion. Yeah. So, like, what's really interesting, I think, about this year from 2025 is the bottom of the list feels a lot stronger than a lot of the bottoms of the other years list we've had. Because some years we've come in here and be like, that one's on the bottom for sure, and it's not moving. Because it's just like it's a bad game.
The really funny thing is like, I mean, I think Clickolding is too low on that, but I'm pretty sure I made that point last year. Go
listen to last year's episode.
Episode if you want that argument, I guess. I think we've fine-tuned this to the point where I don't think we've ever played anything we're not playing anything anymore that's 100% disappointing.
Right.
I feel like based on these top 21, I think if you look across both years, it's incredible game, pretty great, and then so much potential that they're downwards.
We're not really playing anything like Tokyo 42 anymore, where it's like, this is a game that just doesn't function.
You hated that game so much.
I hate that game a lot.
How many years have we done this listing? I have a really crazy idea.
I have this back to 2019.
Okay.
Super.
So
are you
in 2029, we need a decade episode, and we rank our lists.
All right, check out in 4 more years.
Or every individual game on the list.
I was going to go with lists. I don't know that any of us have the patience, but we could do every game on the list. It's who knows if I'll remember even my own name at that point.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Check out in 4 years' time for our
we can
ranking
finally put
of lists.
to bed our 2s and 7s the best years. That's the argument we can have.
We're going to have a bunch of them. Yeah. We'll have another 7 here in 2 years. How good is that year going to be? Who knows? For video games, to clarify specifically. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. We do greatly appreciate it. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed the games that you played along with us. I always love seeing people playing these games along with us as we're going through in our sort of video game book club. And I'm really looking forward to another year of this after we take a month-long break. Thanks so much. Go ahead.
Before you sign off, you know I've got traditions I need to do at the end of the year.
Oh yes, I'll let you go. Turn the table over to a representative from New York.
Thank you very much. I was going to give information there, but I won't do that. Number one, again, thank you everyone for listening. We hope you enjoy this. However you celebrate, if you don't celebrate this season, because that's when this thing comes out.
Game Club ranking season, of course.
Yes, Game Club ranking season. We hope you celebrate your Game Club ranking in the appropriate style with presents and turkey dinners and everything else that goes along with that. And maybe at the end of Game Club ranking season, you have a little drink to celebrate it going into the start of a new Game Club ranking year.
That's
just for yourself.
Yeah.
However you do that, have a safe one, have a happy one, chin up, all that usual stuff. Thank you, Boston. We do this all the time. I have had a rough year, and you can tell that based on my games I've been playing towards the end of the year.
Right.
Boston makes this as easy as it can possibly be to come in, do the show, and then be prepared for it. What you don't see is we have a list of all 11 games that we played, all 10 games that we played this year, with screenshots, descriptions, everything like that to kick our memory in. It's not something he has to do, but he does it anyway. He does the show notes for every main episode. I don't even know what goes into like production side of things,
Mm-hmm.
but like it is appreciated that you make this as easy as it is. It is a job and it is hard sometimes, but you genuinely make this easier for me, and I'm sure Musin will agree with me when I say that. He probably makes it easier for him too. You do a lot that you don't have to do, and we appreciate it.
We appreciate and love you, Boston.
Well,
This
thank
is
you.
Yes.
if you weren't here, I mean, obviously the show wouldn't happen for the main obvious reasons, and that you're running them, but also for everything Moon said. Like, the amount of work you put into this stuff is uncanny, and it is not unnoticed.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And
Everyone in the Discord, send your thanks his way.
that's right. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who listens and provides their feedback. This, like Moon said, this is a job, and sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it's a lot of fun, and sometimes we have a great episode, and sometimes we're playing just a horrible game that I don't want to play, and we're gonna play it, and we're gonna talk about it. But you know, it's the ups and downs that I think make this show especially one of my favorites. I love all the shows we do, but I think the kind of natural discovery, we get to discover 11 games a year together, which I think, as we continue to get busier and as we continue to get older, I think it becomes
I think the smartest thing you ever did was take the limitations off it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a game from this year. It can be anything. The fact that we've done Symphony of the Night for this show, which I had never played before.
Right.
I'm so excited about Blood Omen, the start of next year.
And I think
something I never would have made time for without this show.
I think the three of us coming together every month and talking about the same game that we're playing, as maybe people are getting busy and things are changing in our lives pretty constantly. I think that helps, and it's definitely something that has helped me stay grounded in a very challenging year for a lot of reasons. It makes me happy that we can come together 12 times, but 11 times a year and say, we played a video game and we had this shared experience. Let's have a 30 to 60 minute conversation about it. And I think that helps a lot. So greatly appreciated. Thank you both very much. Thank you to everyone who's listening, and we'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.